So are you looking for some ideas for tablescapes for springtime? Well, in today's video, Boo and I are going to show you 3 different tablescapes. The first one's going to be a kind of garden theme. The second one is spring in the woods, a woodland theme. And the third one is all about the small magical world of gnomes and fairies. Hi, I'm Bonnie Overman. I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope my channel will inspire you to lead a more productive, creative, and stylish life at any age, always on a budget. And in case you're wondering, I'll be 70 years old this year. And if I can do it, you can do it too. I want to take a moment and I want to thank all my subscribers, all the people that watch my videos and support my channel. I appreciate every single one of you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing so you don't miss any of my lifestyle, decor, or DIY videos. You guys, I'm so excited, and you're getting double the inspiration this month because not only am I doing tablescapes for spring or March, I'm also going to be doing some for Easter, because I can't wait till April 1st to show you the Easter tables. So in a couple days, you're going to be getting another whole slew of ideas for Easter. So I had so much fun making these. I really hope you get inspired. And so without further ado, here's my 3 tablescapes for spring. I hope you'll love them. I hope you get inspired, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Welcome to my spring garden tablescape. Now, I decided to do this one in a buffet fashion. A lot of us have to do buffets. I actually do too, because this is my dining room table, and you can see it barely fits 2. So let's take a look at what I did. So I first took this wicker basket. I put a white vessel inside, and then I had bought a couple of these branches at Hobby Lobby, these beautiful white spring branches, and I decided I want to do a natural green and white theme for this display. Now there's Mama Duck and the 2 babies. I used them as a natural element and a cute element in my table. So the backdrop here, I have my little bench from Hobby Lobby. You guys see me use this all the time. It's so much fun to play with. I have a bird's nest, some pots, some twigs. By the way, all the twigs on the table came from my backyard. And then I had bought a little spray of these white flowers, and I kind of cut them up and put some there. I have some of those seedling pots, some of my balls, my little spring balls there. And then there's Mama, and then behind her, I actually have a little stool. I put one of those spring balls and just stuck some white flowers in it. Now, on my table, so I used one of my new placemats from Hobby Lobby. It's that green. In fact, I think it's almost the same stuff that's in the little balls. And I used one of my little wood slices that has little legs on it. Put my white dishes. And then across the way, another one of the placemats, wood slices on legs with a tureen that has some kind of yummy thing for springtime. And then I just put this little ball in the center little container. It could be grated cheese in there or whatever you're going to use on your buffet. Now for napkins, I just folded these small napkins in quarters, and I just laid them on my little green plate here. Again, I filled in with some ivy on that side with more twigs, little pots from Dollar Tree. And it looks like a little spring garden table, actually, a spring garden buffet. Now, you could use something like this for Easter and just go ahead and put in your bunnies or eggs or chicks instead of the ducks. Anyway, it's all up to you. Welcome to my woodland spring tablescape. This is all about spring just starting to pop up in the woods. The woods are still cool and green. And let's take a look at my tablescape. So in the very center of the table, I constructed this kind of woodland scene. Now, I have a little wood stool here. I have a wood slice here, and then a smaller little stool here. And I arranged a bird's nest, there's a bird's nest right back there, and then one more bird's nest. And we can see there's some eggs that have been laid already. And I have two glittery butterflies on the table. And then I just added the little purple buds coming out. Now let's take a look at my actual table setting here. Now I did this for a reason, because I want to show you how simple. You don't have to buy all the pattern dishes, although I'm going to show you quite a few of them because I have an obsession. I have this grapevine mat. Now, to make this so versatile, I painted the other side of it. I don't know if you can see, is bright gold, and I use that at Christmas time. So when I want it more natural looking, I'll use this side of the grapevine placemat, and when I want it glittery, I use the other side. Now this is just a wood charger. I got it at Pottery Barn, but I did have a gift card, so I didn't have to pay for it because they're so expensive. But any wood type charger would be really good. This is not even, this is plastic. Look at that, how they make it look like a real plate. You guys, I use a lot of white plates, but this time I wanted to use this kind of off-white beige plate. And I got this at, I think it was Hobby Lobby. And they're only like, $2 or $3 for that. Now the main show here is this beautiful napkin, but you see what I did here? I took some of this fluffy fern and just laid it on the plate. And then when I lay my napkin on top, it looks like, it really sets off the setting. Now I made this napkin ring with some green fabric, some brown like yarn, a little brown background, some of the flowers, and I used 2 shoots of this fern that I absolutely love. And then this background fern. You can get almost all the stuff at Hobby Lobby. And I just used my plain beige napkins. So you don't have to have a bunch of stuff, but look how beautiful it looks in conjunction with the table. And I have one more spring one to show. Welcome to my fairy spring tablescape. My inspiration for this table was, the little magical houses and you can put in your garden with the little fairies that come and live there. Well, that was my inspiration for this woodland fairy table. Let's take a look at the centerpiece, because that's the star of the show. It all started with this fairy door that I used on another tablescape I did, and it looks so real. I actually put paper behind the window to make it look like if you open the door, a little house with fairy wallpaper in it. I use purple and blue, little buds coming up. I use these big mushrooms, it's hard to see in the picture, and all my little mushrooms, because everything is springing up in the woodland fairy forest. I have seed pods, ferns, ivy, moss. Doesn't it just make you want to open the little door and see who's inside? If you have kids or grandkids, they would love helping you put together this type of a tablescape. Now let's take a look at my actual table setting here. You guys, I use that runner, that burlap runner. Boy, do I get my money's worth out of that thing. And then I bought this, it's green, springy stuff. It's like a placemat. And then I got this charger at Michael's for $2, this one right here. The green plate, I got at Dollar Tree. The purple, the hydrangea plate, I got at Home Goods. And then I just put a clear plate on top. You see, that's just some pieces of fern and a little bud. And when you put the glass on top, you could actually eat off this, like for your salad. Then you take away the whole plate, bring it back with your main course on it. My everyday silverware, and I had some purple glasses, so I got those out. Since there's so much going on, I decided to use my beige linen napkin very simply. Now you could also use, like I originally had on there, purple and white gingham. It was just too much. So this is kind of a rustic, magical, fairy tablescape. So fun to believe there's little fairies living behind there. One last thing I want to point out, I also made this little place card. So I got this at Hobby Lobby, this little easel, and I stained it. I took some little fern fronds and made an E for Elizabeth, and then just glued on some flowers and ferns. So charming, so spring, so fresh.